Hello and welcome everybody. If you are looking for the Shadow Healing Masterclass, you are in the right place. Thank you for joining us. And we are ready to begin. Before we begin, I'm going to set some things very clear so that we know what we're expecting. By the end of this masterclass, you will understand the concept of shadow and its impact on our lives. Identify at least one shadow aspect through your life in these guided exercises, and of course, learn practical techniques to begin integrating your shadows. I'm Dr. Saurabh Bidani, and I'm going to be a facilitator for the next duration of this workshop. I'm an expert in over 26 human behavior modalities, including having a PhD in mental health. I am an expert in 13 different healing modalities and 13 different non healing or what we call psychological scientific modalities. Everything, by the way, eventually is science. I've been working in this space for the last 8 years and I've worked with over 35,000 happy clients across health, wealth, and relationship challenges, ages from 2 to 85. But normally, I always say that if you believe your child has a problem, it's you who needs to get in touch with me because a child's challenges are always connected with the parents or their guardians. Having said that, this journey of mine is looking to take 10 million people. Yeah, I know it's a big number, 10 million people to the true greatness. Because guess what? Each one of us has one thing in common. That is, we are born to make a difference in this life on planet Earth, across the universe. So if you're not doing that, or if you're feeling a little strangled by that, then you are in the right place because my job, my journey is to facilitate people do that. And the inspiration for me has come in multiple ways. So from my childhood, growing up, I was always connected with Hanuman Chalisa. And then we moved on from Hanuman Chalisa, which helped me through my fifth and my sixth and my seventh and my eighth grade, to taking me to a journey that is okay. Before we begin and before I continue, when you join, we will all get a chance to talk. All right? Let's relax and calm. Okay. So my journey during my growing up days was through the Hanuman Chalisa. And Krishna was my best friend. I was an introverted child. I went through a lot of trauma myself, from being beaten up to having torn shorts in school to being in class. Have Luckily I've never failed, but I've got bad marks and good marks. So standing in front of a whole assembly and forgetting my speech, standing there for 5 minutes, to being told you're too fat, you're too thin, you're too fair, you're like a girl. All of those bullying words were said to me while growing up. After growing up, I went through my own traumas, ups and downs, through careers, going bankrupt in 2008, then coming back out again, going through multiple challenges, going through a lot of defamation and then a lot of fame as well. And all of this journey was very confusing for me. I didn't know what was happening. I thought I was doing right. I was a good boy. Everything was right. The journey is not about our journey is to be in balance no matter what. And every single modality that's being taught or being learned is all about keeping our balance when life is going haywire. Because only when we are in balance can we actually create. We are made for super greatness. I can tell you this. This is the things that have been coming to me recently is, and it came to me before, but every time something new comes to me, again, it comes with a very fresh perspective. The perspective is that I am the creator of all of this. Every single blame, every single congratulations, every single failure, every single victory is my creation. Because guess what? If I was winning all the time, I would get bored because that's how I became a soul in this journey. The soul manifested all of this to create this life of excitement and fun. And how do I, as the body and mind now, traverse this journey created by my soul, or which is me? So, in that journey, I was enlightened by the presence of Shiva while sitting and reading a book in Manali. In this journey, I have gotten Krishna, I've got Shiva, I've got Shakti, understanding the energies and moving forward while taking the principles of the experts in psychology and applying them into day-to-day life. Before we begin, I would like to thank each one of you who's here for joining me today, because that's a choice you have made. You have made this choice to be great, much better. And I hope by the end of this journey, you would take something from this and apply it to your life. Remember, when an aura is nothing but your mood. Okay? Your emotional moods create your aura. Your aura is what? Oh, such a happy person. That comes from within. If your moods from within are happy, your aura automatically expands or move forward. When your aura is happy, your aura is of bliss, people around you may try to influence you with their aura, but eventually they can't. And then they get or become a part of you. This is a beautiful story in Shiv Puran, and the word is called Shivmay, becoming Shiv. Not not becoming the God, but being in that energy always. Like uh, Mirabai was in Krishna. She was in Krishna. She just, nothing was outside. Similarly, when your aura expands, everybody becomes you, whatever your thing is. So as you go on this journey, you don't need to shift other people. As you shift, so shall people. And if they don't, they exit. Simple and easy. All right. Let's begin on this journey of shadow healing. If you have any questions in the midst of it, please type it in the chat box. I will try and take all the questions as they come, but I will definitely complete all of them on this journey. So let's do what? Let's ground ourselves, take a deep breath, and bring all the focus into the here and now. And allow for all distractions to hold off for the next 30, 45, 60 minutes of this workshop so that we can imbibe everything we need to for a beautiful, wonderful life ahead of us. Take another deep breath. And with this exit, release all distractions coming from thoughts, feelings, sounds, taste, smells, and focus completely on the here and now. Are we ready? Please type yes in the chat box to let me know we are ready to take the journey now. Very good. I like people say it's look one thing. My only request from all of you is please be very, very, very active in your chat box. I will allow you to speak also as we go along, but right now just be very, very, very active in the chat box because that's a lot of fun for all of us. It creates energy for everybody. And welcome everyone to this deep dive of shadow work. Today we'll explore the hidden parts of ourselves, the fears, the wounds, suppressed emotions, and that silently shape our lives. Shadow work is not about fixing ourselves. It's about reclaiming the power we lost and embracing the wholeness that is us. I asked this question in the group earlier. What is my favorite brand? And the answer should, for all of you, should be you. You should be your own favorite brand. with all the goods and all the bads. Now take a moment to reflect. What is that one emotion that you have been taught to hide or suppress? You don't need to share it. Like for me, nervousness is a girly trait. Don't be nervous, is what my parents shared with me. लड़की मत बनो. Nervousness or लड़की का word होता है. Of course, there is no blame to be passed. It's just how society is. I understand. That was something I was doing. Don't be nervous. Never talk the word nervousness. Ask yourself, what is that one emotion that you've been asked to suppress? And your childhood or now that has led to you feeling a little awkward. If you feel like sharing in the chat box, please go ahead and do so. Here, you're not stopped from sharing anything at all. Please feel free. And I see some amazing, amazing, amazing shares. Thank you so much for sharing and being so brave to come out publicly and talk about it. There are 3 steps of transforming your journey: acknowledging, allowing, and accepting, which I will talk about as we go forward. But now, back to shadow work. The shadow work, as per Carl Jung, is the unconscious part of our psyche containing repressed, weak, and completely stuck emotions, desires, and instincts. When we ignore our shadow, it subconsciously controls us through projections, through triggers, and self sabotage. How many of you go through a journey of life where you go to a certain level and then suddenly fall? There is a subconscious limit that you have added to your success. How many of you procrastinate? How many of you judge other people for being lazy? Whatever we are seeing in other people, subconsciously, that's a shadow that's controlling us. Take a deep breath. And I'm going to ask you to do this multiple times so you can assimilate all the information into wisdom. So keep doing that. Think of a recent situation, and this is our exercise number 1. Think of a recent situation where you felt intense emotional reaction, anger, shame, or jealousy. Ask yourself, why did I feel the anger? Why did I feel the shame? Why did I feel jealous? What triggered it? What caused me to lose my balance on my emotions? Was it the person? Was it the situation? Was it the way they spoke? And ask yourself, have you felt like this before? A lot of times when people tell us things, we get really upset, saying, hey, this is not us. But ask yourself this question. Is it not you? Are you sure? Are you trying to hide behind something? Have you been told in your childhood, this is not a good emotion to show, so don't talk about it? For example, I don't like competition, or at least didn't. I was like, oh, competition, come, let me beat them. Be it in my corporate world or even the beginning of my healing journey. And every time somebody spoke about it, I just say, yeah, it's all about collaboration. We don't need this, we don't need that. And then I realized it hurt me. I used to fall sick. I used to get really upset. Till I decided to acknowledge it. I don't like competition. But I don't have a choice there, right? Everybody has a choice to become a healer or a therapist. So why am I getting so triggered by it? Acknowledging. Now allowing it to be here. Yes, I know it's there. Now the question I'm directing towards me rather than I don't want competition. Why am I getting so triggered? So when I spoke to my coach, she said, Saurabh, how many clients do you need on a monthly basis? It's about 30, 40. She said, okay, I'll give you 50. I said, okay. Where are you looking for these 50 people? I said, well, I go to this place, that place. So she said, you are basically trying to get water from a well that somebody else built, right? I said, yeah. So you're using the same market place to get clients from where everybody else. Yeah. So then you will get a small pie, right? Yeah. Why don't you build your own? Why can't you take your uniqueness and create your own journey? Why can't you let people figure out, yes, this is the sort of we want, and let them connect with you? And then she used my words. Sort of we speak always about surrender. Have you surrendered? The answer was no. So here's what you need to do. Ask yourself, when somebody is telling you something or a situation is happening again and again, is it false or are you missing the message? The message is always very clear. It comes hidden in the form of rudeness or politeness. In both those cases, we are not able to decipher the message. And that becomes our biggest weakness. Let's move to an exercise. If you have your pen and papers ready. If not, I'll give you 1 minute to get it ready. So quickly, go and get it. 1 minute. In the meantime, if anybody has any questions, please ask them in the chat box. Hope you all are enjoying, having fun. Okay, so here's your exercise to do. Write down 10 sentences, okay? 10 sentences which starts and says, I am. So I am great, I'm amazing, I am awful, I am lazy, I, I suck, all of that. Just write down those 10 statements. Anybody who's joining now also, just write down these 10 statements of I am dash dash dash. Okay? I will give you 10 minutes to do it. Well, it's 10 statements, so I'll give you 3 minutes to do it. So 11:25. Write down 10 statements that is starts with I am. I am beautiful, I am ugly, I am handsome, I am stupid, I'm smart, I am always at loss, I'm always abundant, I'm always unhealthy. So you can write positive and negative statements. No, doesn't matter how many positive, how many negative, whatever comes to you naturally. In the meantime, for everybody joining in, shadows basically are, and somebody wants to raise their hand and share, I would love for you to share and explain what is a shadow as we're writing it. And do you have a volunteer who wants to share what is a shadow? So for everybody, the shadow is an unconscious part of our psyche containing repressed weaknesses, desires, and instincts. When we ignore our shadows, it controls us through projections, triggers, and self-sabotage. So multiple challenges in our lives are created by shadows that are hidden in our subconscious mind. Thank you. Our hidden trauma that control us. Perfect. Thank you very much. Well said, Fabros. She says, dark side of a personality. Yes, possibly. We will keep on identifying it more and more as we go along. Once you've written the 10, please say yes. Write in the chat box, yes, that you've written. We have 1 more minute. Okay, pens down. Let's talk about this now. So everybody who's written down, cross out all the positive I am. So I am great, I'm amazing. Cross them all out. Good. Keep only negative ones. And I'll explain why. The exercise was to write down 10 statements which start with I am, which can be say, I am amazing, I am unworthy, I am great, I am jealous, I am happy, I am envious, positive and negative statements. So once you've crossed out all the positive statements, type yes in the chat box. So all the negative statements that you now have are your shadows. When you do this exercise without thinking is when your true shadows show up. And it's okay. Remember, it's not a bad thing. Please remember, it's okay to be in acknowledgement of things that we need to continue working on because that's why we are here. So whatever your negative traits out there, absolutely fine. I shared mine. Extremely jealous person. How can a healer be jealous? Right? How can, and I had to work through it. Yes, Punamji says, I have only one lonely or I am single. Is that a positive or a negative trait? Lonely can mean alone. Nija ji, you have to write both, my negative and positive. That's when the shadow shows up. So do this exercise and let's go to the next step. Okay. The ones that you have and keep doing this exercise every single day. First thing in the morning, get up and write down these things. Okay. 10 things about you. And you will start realizing because we have lots and lots of shadows within us. So we need to continue working on each one of them. If you believe you have no shadows, trust me, you won't be here. All right. Now, what we're going to do is please write this down. Write a letter to all your shadows. It starts with this line. Dear shadow, dear shadow, I have ignored you because, or I am afraid of you because, and write the letter. I will give you all 5 minutes to do that. I will go in complete silence for that. And in the meantime, if anybody has any questions, you can type in the chat box and I'll answer them. Uh, so for people who are asking what is a shadow is parts of us that we kind of suppress underneath us. We don't allow it to show up because over many, many years through our elders, through our teachers, through our friends, we've been told that this is not appropriate. You can't say this, it's not appropriate. You can't wear this dress because you're a girl. You can't say this because you're a boy. You can't behave like this. You can't be like that. So, multiple things of us, instead of addressing something, we kind of hide it behind a shadow. So if I'm writing a letter to myself, I'll come to that fabulous about and Farah about giving examples for the letter. But let's talking about shadows themselves. Okay. Uh, so if somebody is attracted to someone, oh no, no, you can't be. Yes, you can be. At the same time, what is causing that? Why is it inappropriate? You explain all of that and let that desire fall into its own calmness. Remember, everything that starts has to end. So if you try and suppress it, it's not ended. It's holding on, it's being jailed, and at some point, it's going to get bigger and bigger and take charge of your life. People who go through so much trauma in their life, from creating health issues, relationship issues, they're all related to the fact that the shadow was not addressed. If we begin to address all of our shadows, all of these challenges begin to fall away because we learn how to discipline our mind and control these challenges for us to have a very healthy life. So, an example for a letter that was asked was this. Dear shadow of mine, which is jealousy shadow, I was afraid of you because I did not want to be judged by people for being jealous. How could I tell people I am so jealous? I'm a healer. I can't be jealous. Now that I've shared this with you, I feel so good. I acknowledge your presence. I allow for you to be in my life. I accept you for who you are. And since I do that, I feel the sense of jealousy completely falling away and a solution showing up for me of creating my own world, my own universe, my own clients, rather than digging into somebody else's pile. That's the letter that I would have written. Hopefully, everybody written the letter. If yes, type in the chat box yes. Wonderful. Keep this letter with you for now and close your eyes. Close your eyes and think of a part of you that you have rejected. The part that maybe enjoys music, that part that like movies but was told movies are bad, the part that liked someone in childhood and college and school but would never share that, the part that wanted to become the class prefect but couldn't do that. So that part of you is now behind a closed door. That part of you has now taken a shape. There is a golden key on the right hand side. Put it in the keyhole and unlock the door. Open the door, and that part of you will show up. Observe, what is that part looking like? A child, a monster, a dream? Whatever it is, ask it to sit beside you and ask it one question. What do you need from me? What can I give you? That's it. A simple question. What can I give you? Ask these questions and listen. I'll give you 1 minute. Take a deep breath, open your eyes, and please share if you feel like what this lost part shared with you and what they need from you. Wonderful, Manisha. That's amazing. And there would be some people who may not get an answer. So do the exercise again and again till you get it. Wonderful, Nija. Thank you so much for sharing. Remember, your shadow isn't your enemy, it's a teacher. It teaches you awareness and compassion. This, your right hand, Fabio said, I want me to be more confident, less emotional, more bold. It said, don't be stubborn, just go with the flows. Wonderful, wonderful shares, guys. Awesome. Wanda said, be positive. So happy to read that. Wonderful. Feel like feel like calm, like wonderful acceptance and understanding. Acknowledge my presence and do self-talk consciously. Acknowledge your needs and likes. Wow. These are amazing shares, everybody. I'm so happy. Now, take your hand on your heart. Kavita, we're going to share the recording. So I will say that you go through it again and ask me questions in the group since you joined late. Okay. Place your right hand on your heart and repeat this with me. And don't worry, Kavita, no need to say sorry. It's all good. Place your right hand on your heart and repeat after me. I honor all parts of myself. I honor all parts of myself. I am willing to understand. I am willing to understand, not condemn, not condemn. I honor all parts of myself. I am willing to understand, not condemn. Take a deep breath, and I will give you one last exercise. But before that, let me announce that in a week from now, that is not tomorrow, but a week from now, we are going to have a 21-day workshop on shadow healing. The first 10 people to register will pay $499 for it instead of the regular price of $499. So once the details come in the group, please make your payments and join us. If you choose not to join us, that's also okay. If you do just this exercise, that's also okay. Of course, when you join us, you get into the transformation faster. It's about speed and quality that gets you in this work that you get in the 21-day workshop. So do join us if you feel like it, if you feel that it's going to make a difference to your life. Love to have you in it. You guys are all awesome, all amazing. And here is the last exercise before we go. Lorraine, it's going to be not tomorrow, but the Monday after that. So a week from there, please check the dates and I shall share the time and everything in the group. Okay. Take a deep breath. Timing and dates will be shared in the group. So don't worry about it. Just going to leave it out there for everybody so that you all know when we're going to start it. And remember, everything is pre-recorded. It will be recorded. So if you miss something, you can always catch up. Like even this workshop will be recording will be given so that you can review this as well and make sure that you catch everything. And when you review this, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay. I'm always open to answering all the questions. So here is a simple exercise for you. It's a bonus exercise. In your life, we all want to make this. We all try to make decisions, right? How do we know what's a good decision? What's a bad decision? What's a right one? What's a wrong one? So repeat after me. Okay. Take your own name. Like my name is Saurabh. So I'm going to say, I am Saurabh. Yes, Ruchi, you can achieve all the goals you desire because the only reason we don't achieve our goals is because of the blocks we carry. And shadow healing removes those blocks and takes us to the next level. So, exercise ready? Let's begin. I'm just doing this. You don't have to do this, by the way. Okay. Say this with me. My name is Saurabh. So please take your name. Don't say my name is Saurabh. Okay. Say my name is Saurabh. Uncle. Okay? My name is Saurabh. Now I'm going to say something. I'm going to lie. I'm a pilot. Did you sense the difference in my swallowing? Yes or no? The first sentence and no, second sentence. Was there a difference in the way I swallowed? If you missed it, should I try it again? My name is Saurabh. I'm a pilot. Was there a difference? Yes or no? Type in the chat box. Okay, that difference lies because when we speak the truth and we gulp, it's easy. When we lie and we gulp, it's hard. So when you're trying to make a decision in life, start with the truth and then with the decision you want to make. If the decision is not right for you, you will gulp harder. Start though with very small truths and lies so you know the difference. And when you make big decisions, you will be able to do them easily. And that's it. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. It was wonderful to have all of you in the Shadow Healing Workshop. Our 21-day workshop starts in 8 days. Details in the group. Charges will be $499 for the first 10 people who join, and the regular price of $4,999 after that. So as soon as it drops, sign in. If you choose not to join, absolutely fine. I'm so happy you're here. I would love for you to go and review this because I will share the recordings. And by review doesn't mean give me a review. By review, I mean go watch the exercise again and do them in your daily life. Let shadow healing be a part of your daily journey. So let's close. Take a deep breath. And you can chant Om, Amen, or Amin, any three, right? Any of the three, because doing this allows us to assimilate everything we have learned in our body, mind, and soul. Om. 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 I thank you all for joining me in this masterclass today. Without you, there would be no masterclass. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's open it up for questions. If there's any questions, feel free to ask. I will give us all about, yeah, you can unmute yourself. So about 30 seconds for the first question. If there's no questions, we'll close. Fabros, how many days? Totally depends on what kind of trauma you're carrying, what kind of shadow you're carrying. So there is no fixed answer to it. Yes, Lorraine, childhood trauma does get healed. Yes, Fabros, it does include inner child healing. It actually, so inner child traumas lead to shadows. So when you heal the shadows, the inner child also gets healed. Prachi, traumas create shadows. Trauma is an event, shadows are an outcome. Yes, Fabros, there'll definitely be meditations as well. Lorraine, I shared in the group. I hope you're part of one of my groups, the Shadow Healing group or the Magic and Miracles. It'll be shared in both. Yes, Ruchi, 100%. It will help you for sure. Okay. Bring us time to close. If any more questions, please do ask me in the group. I'm happy to answer them. I shall will the 21 days to be extended. Not necessarily because you will get all the tools you need in the 21 days for you to work on yourself. Okay. Thank you so much. Be blessed, everyone. Be blessed always.